This is Team Collins, and you're listening to Muldrow Bulldogs basketball on Arklahomepage.com.
All right, folks, we're going to go ahead and bring you in live. My name is Clint Davis. I'm on Arklahomepage.com. We're in Checotah, Oklahoma tonight for the Muldrow Lady Bulldogs and the Checotah Lady Wildcats. We're doing the starting lineup first for your Muldrow Lady Bulldogs. Number 14, Taylon Collins. She is a junior. Out next, number 3, Paige Hughes. She is a senior. She's going to be playing guard tonight. Hannah Boyette, number 21, has already signed with UFAS to play next year. Maddie Chambers also, she has signed with Oklahoma Baptist University. And she is coming out here, number 33 with her. Jalen Mays. That's going to round it out for your Muldrow Lady Bulldogs starting lineup. Now we've got your opponents for tonight. Checotah Lady Wildcats coming out now. Number 10, Lexi Hamilton is the first one out. Number 15, Madison Proctor. Number 23, Vanessa Henson. And number 45, Grace Lewis. And this girl is 6'3", number 0, Olivia Clayton. That's going to round it out here for the Checotah Lady Wildcats. We're going to have a jump action in the middle of the court here. A little tip-off. I want to say thanks to everybody listening live tonight. We appreciate your patronizing our live link. That is provided by Precision Paintworks in Muldrow, 109456 North Highway 64B. And you can contact them at 918-806-5790, Precision Paintworks in Muldrow. And the tip-off coming. And Taylon jumps. Maddie Chambers with control of the ball, moving down to the right side, over to Hannah Boyette. Ball movement to the right, high post now. Jalen Mays looking around, driving down, kicks it out to Chambers. She drives up off the glass, good for 2. That's the first 2 points of the ball game. And the Muldrow Lady Bulldogs are on the board. And a fast break here for Checotah. That's going to be Vanessa Henson. She's going to put 2 points also on the board for Checotah. 2-2 is your score. 7:20 left here in the first quarter. And Maddie Chambers drives again with a left-handed layup. That goes all the way over the basket, no good. Hamilton bringing the ball up now for Checotah. Pass over to Lewis. She's looking around. Proctor with the ball now. Nowhere to go. Paige Hughes playing good defense. Grace Lewis with the ball now. And Clayton is going to kick it out to Proctor. Back to Clayton at the top of the key. And Proctor trying to move around. Nobody can find anywhere to go. Good defense here by the Lady Bulldogs. Jalen Mays trying to get it tied up. Boyette almost with a steal. And picked off by Maddie Chambers. Maddie's on a fast break, but she's going to hold up at the three-point line. Paige Hughes with the ball now. Pass over to the right to Boyette. Looking for a cut. Paige Hughes with the ball now. Over to Jalen Mays. Maddie Chambers with the basketball now on the left side. Out on the wing, looking to drive. Pick set by Collins. Over to Boyette. Down to Collins at the low post, and she is going to kick it out. Jalen Mays with a shot at the elbow. No good. Rebound by Checotah. Lady Wildcats bringing the ball up the floor now. Clayton with the ball over to Proctor. And we're going to have a ball out of bounds. Boyette with the basketball now. Left side. Jalen Mays with a power move down low. And she's got 2 points on the board. 4-2 now. Muldrow Lady Bulldogs with the lead. And a pass all the way up the floor to Clayton, and she is going to take it down to the hoop. and put it up off the glass. 2 more points in for Checotah. Game tied with 5 minutes in the first. 4-4. Paige Hughes with the ball at the top of the key. Mays now. She's going to pass down low to Paige Hughes. Paige is going to give it to Chambers. Maddie looking around, picks that, almost picks that by Collins, but she moved around it. Collins over to Mays. And a pass down low to Collins. She loses it, but grabs the ball back up off the glass. Good for 2. Taylon Collins with her first 2 points of the game. 6-4 now is your score. Lady Bulldogs with a 2-point lead. Pass up to Clayton, and she is going to sit out on the 3-point line and give it back up to Proctor. And a pass over to Grace Lewis goes out of bounds. We're going to have a timeout on the floor. Muldrow will take it with them. We'll be right back. All right, we're going to go ahead and bring you back in live on Arklahomepage.com. Muldrow Lady Bulldogs basketball. We are in Checotah. 6-4 is the score. Muldrow Lady Bulldogs with a 2-point lead. And we had a timeout just a minute ago. And we won't see any substitution. Starting 5 still in for Muldrow. Taylon Collins with the ball. Ooh, nice give and go to Hannah Boyette. Down low off the glass, good for 2. And Hannah's got her first 2 points of the ball game. Ball up the floor to Henson. She's going to drive it, and she gets blocked by Maddie Chambers, and that goes out of bounds. 8-4 now is your score. 4-point lead. Muldrow Lady Bulldogs. 3:59 left in the first quarter. Inbound pass coming now. Out to the 3-point line to Clayton, and she takes it. 6'3", and she puts a 3 in the hole. 8-7 is your score now. Muldrow Lady Bulldogs 1-point lead. Chambers with the ball on the left side down to Collins. Way out over on the 3-point line to Boyette. Down to Paige Hughes for 3. And that's off the mark. Rebound by Chambers over to Collins off the glass. Good for 2. And Taylon's got 4 just like that. Here's an inbound pass, and that's going to go over to Clayton. She's in trouble. Over to Proctor. Taylon Collins with the steal, but they're going to whistle her with a foul. And Proctor's going to have the ball out of bounds. Here by the media table, here comes the inbound pass. It's over to Lewis. Back over to Proctor. And another pass to Lewis is no good. Jalen Mays comes up with the loose ball. And a ball passed over to Boyette. She's going to bring it over to the right side. Out on the perimeter, down low to Jalen Mays off the glass. Good for 2 points. These Muldrow Lady Bulldogs are looking a lot different than they did on Monday and Tuesday night. And there is a pass up to half court by the Checotah Lady Wildcats. It goes out of bounds, another turnover. So 5-point lead for the Muldrow Lady Bulldogs. 12-7 now, 3 minutes left in the first. Left side now, Chambers down to Collins. Over to Boyette, and it's good. So Hannah Boyette with another 3 points on the board. She's got 5, and that's going to be 15-7 now is the score. And we've got some new Muldrow Lady Bulldogs. Paige Hughes going to the bench. Madison Chambers going to the bench. Alicia McCloria coming in with Mariah Jenkins. Pass over to the left side. McCloria now back to Boyette. She almost pulled it for another 3, but McCloria takes a 3. That's going to be off the mark. Taylon Collins comes up with a loose ball, but that's going to be a tie-up on the floor. And that's going to be Checotah basketball. Inbound pass coming by the Lady Wildcats. Pass up to Clayton up the floor, and she throws it to Lewis. Up to Proctor. Checotah having a lot of problems hanging on to the basketball. Proctor takes a 3 wide open off the front of the rim. Rebound by Clayton. Lady Wildcats keeping it alive. Down to Lewis. And she puts up a shot, no good. Rebounded by Alicia McCloria. Grace Lewis comes up with a steal. And the Lady Wildcats have the ball back on their own side. Madison Proctor now with the ball out by half court. And Proctor finding a place to go. She drives and loses it off her foot. McCloria comes up with a loose ball. She's on a fast break on her own. And she puts up a layup. No good, but she does get fouled. So Alicia McCloria going to the free throw line. And our free throw sponsor tonight, the official Primetime Barbershop. That's located at 4620 Rogers Avenue in Fort Smith. you can visit our website. You can click on the primetime ad and book your appointments. You can also pay for your barber while you're there. Alicia McCloria's first free throw is no good. And she has yet to get on the board. Maddie Reeves is going to check in for Shaylin Mays. 15-7, still your score. 1:42 left in the first. McCloria's second free throw is no good. And that is going to be a ball knocked out of bounds, last touched by Muldrow. Checotah will get the possession. There's an inbound pass. Heavy pressure by the Lady Bulldogs. Checotah's in trouble. And they're going to throw the ball completely out of bounds. That's going to be a turnover. Lady Bulldogs with it now. Alicia McCloria taking the ball out. Inbound pass to Boyette. Over to Jenkins on the left side. Pass down to Maddie Reeves. And Maddie gives it up to Mariah, and Mariah loses the ball, but she comes up with it again. Over to McCloria. And that's going to be knocked out of bounds. The pass was knocked out by Checotah. Lady Bulldogs with the basketball now. Boyette, inbound pass to Jenkins. Mariah back over to Boyette. Hannah coming back around to the top of the key. She's looking for people to move around. Got Mariah Jenkins on the right, down low to Reeves. She gives it to Collins, over to Jenkins. There's a shot for two. Mariah is on the board. Lady Bulldogs 17-7 with less than a minute left in the first quarter. Taylon Collins with a steal. She puts up a shot that's not good, but Taylon does get fouled. She's going to the free throw line for two shots. Taylon getting set, walking up to the line. Her first shot up is good. So Taylon is tied with Hannah Boyette for the lead of all scorers, 5 apiece. 18-7 the lead now. Taylon Collins, second shot up. No good. Alicia McCloria with a rebound. Back over to Collins, back to McCloria. She drives, gives it up to Chambers. Back over to Collins, over to Mariah Jenkins. Mariah drives and puts up a shot. Blocked over to Maddie Chambers. Up and in, good for two. Maddie's got 4 points now. And we're going to have a timeout on the floor. We'll take it with him, and we'll be right back. We're going to go ahead and bring it back in live in Checotah, Oklahoma. Lady Bulldogs on top, 20-7. We're nearing the end of the first quarter, so we're probably going to take another break here again before long. And the Lady Wildcats are going to have the possession here, 20-7. Lady Wildcats moving down to the left side. We've got Lily Vega, Madison Chambers, Mariah Jenkins, Maddie Reeves, and Alicia McCloria in the game for your Lady Bulldogs. Proctor with the ball, moving now around to the right side, back to the top of the key. Pass over to the left side. Mariah Jenkins with good defense. Maddie Chambers comes out to guard Clayton. McCloria on Proctor. Pass down low. Hamilton almost lost it. Proctor with the ball down to Henson. She puts up a shot. That's good for two. And with 2 seconds left, that's probably going to do it. McCloria throws up a prayer, but it does not go in. 20-7. That's how we're going to go. No, I'm sorry, 20-9. They just now updated the score. We're going to go to our first break. We'll be back with the second quarter in 60 seconds. And the buzzer went off, so we're going to go ahead and bring it back in live. Start of the second quarter. We have a fresh 8 minutes. There's our second buzzer, waiting on the Lady Wildcats. Lady Bulldogs are going to have possession. Chambers put the ball out of bounds. Inbound pass to McCloria. Maddie wasn't ready for that. Over to Reeves, back to McCloria, back to Chambers, over to Mariah Jenkins. She puts up a shot, and that is no good. Rebounded by Checotah. Lady Wildcats bringing the ball back down the floor. And Henson is going to drive, but she gets it stolen by Lily Vega. And I've got a referee directly in front of me. So it looks like we've got a, I wanted to say out of bounds. Maybe they called that a tie-up on the floor. Possession goes over to Muldrow. And McCloria is bringing it up. Over to Chambers on the left side. Reeves over to McCloria. Shot for three. Oh. Not in. Oh. She wanted that back after she shot it. No good. Rebounded by Checotah. They're bringing the ball back down the floor. Chambers almost with a pick. And McCloria guarding Proctor out here on the left side. Proctor trying to move around. And McCloria is too quick for her. Pass down to Clayton. And she powers it up and in. That's no good. She got her own rebound. Tried to go up again and gets fouled. Maddie Chambers, I believe, is going to get whistled for that. And we're going to have Taylon Collins, Chaylin Mays, Paige Hughes, and Hannah Boyette coming back in with Madison Chambers. So we're going to see Vega, McCloria, Mariah Jenkins, and Maddie Reeves go back to the bench and get a breather. Here comes the inbound pass by Checotah. Down to Lewis. And a shot up is no good. Clayton gets the rebound, puts it back up and in, good for two. 22-11 is your score now. 6:50 left here in the second quarter. Over to Collins. And she kicks it out to Paige Hughes for three. That's no good. Rebounded by Checotah. Lady Wildcats bringing the ball down the floor now. Ball over to Proctor on the left side. She's going to drive. And she puts up a floater that is no good. Taylon Collins with the rebound. Taylon pushing, fast break. Hannah Boyette all the way up the floor. And a right-handed layup missed by Boyette. Unbelievable. Madison Proctor now. Bounce pass off of Chaylin Mays. Now they're not going to say that went off Chaylin. They're just going to say that went out of bounds. And so Muldrow with the ball back now. So free throws and layups. Right now, that's where we're struggling, believe it or not. Fundamental basketball. Pass over to Boyette. She almost pulled the trigger. Maddie Chambers does, and that's no good. Ball is going to go off the Lady Wildcats. With 6:03 left in the second. 22-11, still the score. And a inbound pass back over to Hannah Boyette. And she drives, kicks it to Collins. No look pass, got scrambled around. Chambers with the ball now, over to Paige Hughes, over to Boyette in the corner. And Boyette going to move it around, skip pass to Chambers. She's on the left side, beyond the arc. She's going to pass it over to Boyette for three. And that is no good. Rebound by Chaylin Mays. And we're going to have a foul on Olivia Clayton. Chaylin Mays shot no good. And the foul was on the floor. So we're going to have Hannah Boyette out of bounds. Here comes the inbound pass to Collins. And she puts up about an 8-footer and misses. Chambers with the rebound. And she puts one up no good off the front of the rim. Rebound by Proctor for the Lady Wildcats. And she's in trouble. She's trying to get around everybody. And she does. She's got one to beat and two people down low. She puts up a shot. No good. She gets fouled. And it looks like the foul is going to be on Chaylin Mays. And that's going to be her first of the ball game. 3 team fouls apiece. 3 for Muldrow, 3 for Checotah. Proctor at the line. 2 free throws ensuing. There's the first, and that is good. Proctor drains the first one from the line. 20-12 now. Second free throw on the way. In and good. Proctor perfect from the line on that trip. Collins out of bounds, inbound to Boyette, over to Chambers, back over to Boyette, back over to Collins, over to Paige Hughes on the right side. And Mays is open down low. There's the pass, and Mays powers around and puts it up, but that's no good. It's a good shot selection, but it did not fall, and Checotah's got the rebound. Clayton bringing the ball up the floor, and she drives all the way in and puts up a shot. Olivia Clayton is a different ball player this year than she was last year. And it looks like we've got a foul on Maddie Chambers. 14 foul. We're going to have a timeout on the floor. We'll take a break with them. We'll be back in 30 seconds. We'll go ahead and bring you back in live. Clint Davis on Arklahomepage.com. We want to thank you for listening. We've got a lot of people listening live. You can find us on our website at Arklahomepage.com or Mixler.com. Download the app, search Arklahomepage, and follow us. You'll be notified on your phone with a push notification every time we go live. There's a pass knocked out of bounds by Hannah Boyette. Checotah is going to keep possession. They're taking the ball out now. 4:59 left in the second quarter. 20-13 is the score. Lady Bulldogs with a 7-point lead. And Checotah with the basketball. They're going to give it down to Clayton. She takes a jump shot. That was a beautiful shot, but it does not fall. And there is a rebound by Checotah and a pass out to Proctor for three. She misses. Clayton with the rebound. She goes back up, and that's no good. Rebounded by Chaylin Mays. Pass over to Taylon Collins. And she is running like she wanted 2 points, and that's exactly what she got. Taylon Collins has 7 now. 22-13 is your score. Lady Wildcats with the ball. Proctor with it now on the left side. Charging around to the right and passes it, almost picked off by Boyette. And that gets knocked out of bounds by Boyette. Checotah still with the basketball. Inbound pass coming. Inbound pass now. Lewis with the ball. Lexi Hamilton has it out by half court. Hannah Boyette is looking at that ball. And she wants to pick it off. Chaylin Mays playing defense on Grace Lewis now. Lewis loses the ball, but she regains possession. And a pass to Henson. She puts up a jump shot at the elbow. That's good for 2. And the Checotah Lady Wildcats are playing way better basketball this year. 3:35 left in the second, 22-15. 7-point lead for Muldrow. Collins with the ball on the left. Hughes over to Boyette, over to Chambers. Boyette top of the key, down to Chaylin Mays, and she is going to power it out and give it to Taylon Collins. Back to Boyette, over to Hughes, three-point line. On the left side, back to Boyette, back to Chambers. Down to Taylon Collins. And they are going to nearly throw it back court, but it's going to be a turnover. And we're going to have a charge on the Checotah Lady Wildcats. It's going to be number 10, Lexi Hamilton. Paige Hughes getting tough, drawing the foul down underneath the basket. Still 22-15, 3:03 left in this second quarter. Boyette with the ball, bringing it up past half court, top of the key now. Over to the right side, Paige Hughes open all by herself, down to Collins. She spins around and puts up a shot, good for 2. That was beautiful. Proctor with the ball, Paige Hughes not letting her by. Proctor trying to drive. She gives it up to Lewis, top of the key. Back to Henson. They throw it down to Clayton, and Taylon Collins swats it out of bounds. And Grace Lewis coming out. And the number 12, Bailey Todd coming into the ball game for the Lady Wildcats. Paige Hughes going out. And Alicia McCloria coming in. And the pass over to Henson. She's going to drive it around Chambers and kick it out to Clayton. Pass back down to Henson, and a shot up is no good. And Taylon Collins comes down with it, but she ties it up with Grace Lewis. That's going to be a tie-up down there. They're going to give that ball back to Checotah. Inbound pass to Henson. They're going to call a foul on Madison Chambers. Maddie got up in her face. Knocked that ball out of bounds. Mariah Jenkins about to check in. And Chambers going to go have a seat for a minute. Get a little shot of water and a little breather. And Jenkins, McCloria, Chaylin Mays, Taylon Collins, Hannah Boyette. That's your 5 in the ball game for the Lady Bulldogs. And Alicia McCloria just steals an inbound pass. And she powers it down to Taylon Collins. Taylon puts 2 points up off the glass, and that's 11 for Taylon now. 26-15. That 11 points scored by Taylon. That's your lead for the Lady Bulldogs. 1:50 left in this first half. Proctor gives it up to Mariah Jenkins, and Mariah's going to get fouled. Mariah Jenkins with the steal, but she got swatted. And Grace Lewis is going to have. Yeah, she picks up that foul. McCloria out of bounds. Over to Boyette. She's going to bring it up slowly. Over to Mariah Jenkins. Downloaded Chaylin Mays, and she puts it up off the glass, and it rolls out. There's going to be a rebound by Checotah. 1.5 minutes left in the first half. Henson is driving. She puts up a floater. That's no good. Rebound by Taylon Collins. And Taylon with those moves nobody can match. She's going to get the ball around everybody. She's at the top of the key now. Pass over to Boyette. Over to McCloria. on the right side. Skip past to Boyette. She had Mariah Jenkins wide open moving down the lane. Boyette with a fake at the three-point line, and she charges in and gets fouled. They didn't call a foul. They're going to call that a block. That was a hairy block. So Boyette going to be out of bounds now. She's going to throw this ball in to Collins. Over to Jenkins. And Boyette trying to cut. She's going to set a pick. Down to Mays. Over to McCloria. Shot for two. Good. McCloria. And if I'm doing this right, that's Alicia's first 2 points of this ball game. She had 9 points a few nights ago against Spyro. And there's a pass. Lady Wildcats moving the ball around. Clayton with the ball top of the key. And a pass down to Lewis is going to sail out of bounds with 35.28 seconds left in the first half. And we're going to have McCloria out of bounds. She's going to give it up to Boyette. Boyette bringing the ball up the floor. To the right side. That's the way I'm facing. Mariah Jenkins with the ball over to McCloria. Over to Boyette on the left side. Back to Mariah Jenkins, top of the key. Back to McCloria on the right. Back to Boyette. Back to Jenkins. McCloria over to Boyette. 12 seconds left. Boyette with the ball, top of the key. Over to Jenkins. Back to Boyette. Shot for three. Nailed it! Hannah Boyette brings her point total to 8 with 3 more on the board. That is 29, 30, 31. That's how we count. 31-15 is your score. We are going to halftime. We're going to add up some stats, listen to some ads real quick, and we'll come back and talk about the score by Boyette Farms. We want to say thank you to them. And about probably 2 minutes, so we'll be right back. All right, we're going to go ahead and bring you back in live. Halftime in Checotah at the Event Center. Score 31-15. We've got about 8 minutes left in halftime. We want to say thank you to Boyette Farms. We're going to talk about our point totals here and some things that we've seen in the first half. We don't have Michael with us tonight. Michael had to work a little bit late, but I think we'll see him. We'll see our next games are going to be in Tulsa at ORU at the Tournament of Champions coming up the 27th through the 29th. And then Michael will rejoin us on the broadcast after the new year. So this is going to be it for regular season action, and we'll have tournament action coming up next week, next Thursday, a week from today, I think. Today's the 20th. We start on the 27th. That's 7 days. That sounds good to me. Taylon Collins leading the way in scoring. She's got 11 points tonight. Hannah Boyette with 8, and she has been on fire from the three-point line so far. We've got Maddie Chambers with 4 points. Alicia McCloria with 2. She's got 2. Mariah Jenkins with 2 points. And Chaylin Mays, she's got 4 points. I should have mentioned those before the 2s, but that's okay. We'll summarize that up later on. 31-15, 7:08 left. Again, thank you to Boyette Farms for our halftime stats. We will take another quick break, listen to some ads, and we'll come right back. All right, folks, we're going to bring it back in live. Clint Davis with Arklahomepage.com. Paige Hughes has the ball. Lady Bulldogs with it over on the left side. That's how we're going to start out this second half. Madison Chambers with the ball. Oh, Boyette not looking. Went right behind her. We got to make eye contact before we can throw the ball. And the Lady Bulldogs learned that the hard way. Proctor not even looking at the ball. The Lady Wildcats with it now. They're going to take it out. Inbound pass to Hamilton. 31-15 is how we start this out in the third quarter. Lewis with the basketball now. Pass down low is over everybody's head. Clayton's 6'3", but she would have had to bet 6'20" on that to catch that pass. So the Lady Bulldogs have it back. Boyette bringing it up the floor. Over to the right to Chambers. And that's the pass she was looking for last time. Taylon Collins cut up to the top. There's an alley-oop. And Collins up off the glass. Good for 2. She's got 2 more in. That's 13 points on the night for Taylon Collins. 33-15. 7:11 left in the, 7:11 left in the third quarter. Well, that's 7:03 now. Lady Wildcats with the basketball. Over to Clayton. Back over to Proctor on the right side. And Chambers throws an arm out, knocks the ball away, but they're going to call a foul on her. And Maddie is going to have the first foul of the second half. First team foul on Muldrow. 6:51 left in the third. Inbound pass coming from Hamilton over to Henson. Back to Hamilton. And she dribbles it out to the wing. She's going to pass it back over to Henson. Shot for three. No good. Rebounded by Chambers. Maddie's going to bring it up by herself. She's got to beat Proctor down the floor, but she's going to give it up to Boyette. Left side over to Paige Hughes in the corner. And Paige back up to Boyette over to Chambers on the right. Oh, God, I wish she would have pulled that trigger. Pass over to Paige Hughes. I think she wanted to. Maddie looked like she wanted that three-pointer. Over to Collins at the elbow. Talon gets blocked by Madison Proctor. And that's what everybody's cheering about. Small victories, I guess, sometimes. Lewis over to the right side. Pass down low. And Henson trying to power around. Puts up a shot, no good. Chambers with another rebound. And Maddie crashing the boards tonight, bringing the ball up the floor by herself again. Over to Boyette in the corner. She fakes a three. Bounce pass to Chaylin Mays. And Chaylin loses it. Proctor with the basketball, bringing it up the floor for the Lady Wildcats. Pass over to Taylor Collins, picks it off. She's on a fast break by herself. And layup off the glass, good for two. Taylor Collins has 15 in this one. And the only reason why she won't score 100 is if they start using some of this depth that we've seen all season with these Lady Bulldogs. Proctor's going to drive it in and it's going to be a foul. Paige Hughes is going to pick that foul up, second team foul of the second half. And McCloria going in for Maddie Chambers. So we're going to see Alicia McCloria. She's got 2 points tonight. Inbound pass to Henson. She puts up a shot, no good. Rebounded by Boyette. She's going to bring the ball up the floor and over to McCloria. She gives it to Collins, over to Paige Hughes. Shot for two from the left is no good. Taylor with a rebound, and she's going to bring it back out top. Over to Boyette in the corner. Another three. Man, Hannah Boyette cannot miss tonight. That's 11 points for Hannah and a 38-15 score. And the Lady Bulldogs pulling away with this one now, like they do. It's systematic. Proctor with the ball on the left side, nearly lost it. She's going to get double teamed, give it up to Hamilton. And Hamilton going to dribble it over to the right side. Over to Henson in the corner. Henson drives the baseline. Puts up a shot, but it gets blocked by Mays, and that goes out of bounds. And Checotah will retain possession. We're going to see Mariah Jenkins coming back into the ball game for Paige Hughes. Paige going to the bench. She has yet to get on the board tonight. Mariah has 2 points. Inbound pass now. Henson. Oh, I don't know what that was. She almost lost it to Jenkins. She's going to pass it down to Lewis. Lewis gives it back up, but she gets held by McCloria. And just like that, we've got 3 team fouls here in the second half. And a shot is no good. Air ball. Hannah Boyette with the rebound. She's charging, gives it to Jenkins. And Mariah loses it to Madison Proctor. But that's going to be out of bounds. Wow. She just dribbled that ball out of bounds, but they're going to go ahead and give it back to Checotah. And Proctor coming down the floor. This is a terrible call. Proctor looking to the right. She's trying to find somebody. She goes to the top of the key there with Grace Lewis over to the left side to Hamilton. And Henson is going to drive it in and almost gets taken away by Boyette, but she's going to lose it out of bounds. I'm sorry, that was Collins on the scramble. Checotah with possession still, 38-15. Inbound pass to Henson, back to Hamilton, back to Henson. And a bounce pass to Proctor. She's going to try to drive around Jenkins and throws up a shot. And that is good. Madison Proctor with another 2 points for Checotah. 38-17. 3:25 left in the third quarter. Taylor Collins with the ball at the elbow over to Jenkins. Back to Boyette for three. And that is no good. Chaylin Mays with the rebound. And she's going to give it back to Boyette. Over to Jenkins for two. That was no good. Knocked out of bounds by Alicia McCloria on the rebound, and that means Checotah going to take possession. 3:09 left in the third quarter, 38-17. Muldrow Lady Bulldogs doing what they always do. Shouldn't be too surprising. They've got a gigantic lead. And talk to Coach Gage here. Tommy Gage, he's from Roland. I've known him basically my whole life. And I talked to him before the game, and he said that Checotah's lost 3 players in the last week, 2 knee injuries and a groin injury here. Boyette with a pass down low to Taylon Collins up off the glass. Good for 2, and Taylon's got 17 points. So Checotah still struggling with these new injuries they've incurred this week. And Proctor trying to get the ball around to everybody, and she does. There's a shot up, no good. Rebound, Maddie Reeves. And she's about 6'3", and I don't know how she slipped in the game without me seeing. Boyette over to McCloria. McCloria, shot no good. Rebounded by Clayton. Olivia Clayton, also 6'3". We've got 3 girls out here on the floor who are all 6'3". We're not going to see that in the boys' game, I can promise. The ball over on the left side. Checotah down low to Henson. She's trying to get around Collins, and she puts up a bad shot. Maddie Reeves with the rebound. Maddie getting more physical. Collins bringing the ball up the floor over to Boyette. Oh, she wanted to pull that trigger too. Reeves over, back to Collins, back to McCloria, back to Boyette, top of the key. And Hannah's going to reset the offense over to Jenkins, back to Boyette, back to Jenkins. Reeves in the corner. And she gives it to McCloria. Good pass. That's a good look. McCloria misses a shot off the back of the rim. And the Lady Wildcats bringing it back down now. 40-17 with 1.5 left in the third quarter. Henson's going to drive and put up a shot blocked by Maddie Reeves. And McCloria's going to skip pass up to Boyette over to Jenkins. And Jenkins misses a right-handed layup. We're still fundamental basketball. We're having issues tonight. And Proctor's going to go down. It looks like she travels. And we're going to have an injury timeout. We'll take it with them, and we'll be right back. Then we're going to go ahead and bring it back in live. They're saying Madison Proctor got hit in the face, but she is up and back on the bench. My name is Clint Davis. This is Arklahomepage.com. Muldrow Lady Bulldogs basketball. 40-17 is your score. Muldrow Lady Bulldogs with a big lead. Pass picked off by Hannah Boyette. She's on a fast break by herself, and she puts up a shot and gets fouled under the basket. Hannah Boyette going to the line for 2. Less than a minute left in this third quarter. About to go down into the fourth. First shot, free throw, rare miss by Boyette. She's normally a guarantee from the free throw line. Not too many of those. And there's a second shot up and good. And Hannah Boyette has 12. We're going to see Erica Jenkins come in for Hannah. Hannah going to the bench. Going to get a little breather, a little shot of water. Lady Wildcats with the basketball, 55 seconds left in the third quarter. Hamilton bringing the ball down the floor. Top of the key, Hay. I don't know who that is, but she couldn't hang on to it. That's going to be Jordan, number 20 for Checotah. And Henson giving it up to Bailey Todd. And Chambers comes up with it. Jenkins over to sister Erica. Mariah, that was a good look. And I believe they're going to call a foul. Jenkins got fouled under the basket. But the foul is going to be on the floor. Erica Jenkins, the one who drew the foul. Inbound pass over to Collins. Erica Jenkins over to Mariah. Over to Collins, three-point line on the left side. 20 seconds left. Chambers with the ball. Mariah Jenkins with the ball. Back to Taylon Collins, top of the key. 12 seconds left now. Chambers over to Mariah, over to Taylon. Back to Maddie Chambers. Back to Collins. 4 seconds left. Chambers drives and puts one up. No good. But Maddie Reeves with the rebound. She tries to put one up, and that was no good as well. 41-17 is your score. We're going to take that into the fourth quarter, but we are going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back in 60 seconds. And we're going to bring you back in live on Arklahomepage.com. Wildcats, Lady Wildcats with the basketball. 41-17 is your score. This is the last 8 minutes of the ball game. Olivia Clayton gets blocked by Taylon Collins, but they're going to call a foul on Taylon. Yeah, that's going to be our 4th team foul here. And this second half, Clayton at the line. First shot up is no good. 41-17, that's still the score. And Clayton's second shot up, also no good. Taylon Collins with the rebound. And Taylon bringing it up by herself, and she kicks it over to Maddie Chambers. Down to Maddie Reeves, and Reeves over to Erica Jenkins, over to Taylon Collins. A lot of ball movement going on. We've got a timeout. Coach Armour, we're going to take it with him, and we'll be right back. And we're going to go ahead and bring it back in live. We'll say another special thank you to Precision Paintworks at 109-456 North Highway 64B in Muldrow, 918-806-5790. That's the phone number if you need to get a hold of them for paint and body work. Also, the official Primetime Barbershop, 4620 Rogers Avenue in Fort Smith. You can go to our website, or you can go to their Facebook page. They've got a link for it there, but you can click on an interactive ad, an interactive link on Arklahomepage.com. You can pay for your appointment. You can book it at the same time, and you can even tip your barber on there. So go ahead and get set up with Primetime Barbershop. There's Michael. He's in the chat room. We're listening here at the house. Duke and Texas Tech is on mute. Nice. Nice. I get live play action over Duke and Texas Tech. I love it. That's how we do Muldrow Lady Bulldogs basketball. We have an extended break. 41-17 is your score. We've got 7.5 left. And Madison Proctor, she's still being looked at on the Checotah side. We, I think, are going to take another quick break. We're going to hear from, I think Texas Tech is up 39-31. Muldrow Lady Bulldogs are up 41-17. We're going to take another quick break. We'll be right back. We're going to get you back in live here. I don't know exactly what's going on. They have called the basketball game. Did you get the final score? 41-17. Okay, that's going to do it for the girls. With 41-17 is going to be your final. The Muldrow Lady Bulldogs are going to win this. I don't know what the status is. I guess I do see the boys coming out. We had an injury to Madison Proctor on the Checotah side, and all I know is they're waiting for an ambulance. And I don't know if anybody remembers me talking about how many of the injuries they've had within the last week, but they're just unable to keep going. They don't have very many girls playing basketball. They don't have anybody to fill in, so they're going to call it. That's going to do it. We are going to take a break. 41-17 is your final score. We'll run down the scoring real quick. 17 points by Taylon Collins, 12 by Hannah Boyette, 4 points by Maddie Chambers, 4 points by Chaylin Mays, 2 points by Alicia McCloria, and 2 points by Mariah Jenkins. They're wheeling a stretcher out here on the floor. I'll keep everybody posted if you have access to our chat room. We'll put some updates in there just real quick, and then we will be right back with the boys' game. Arklahomepage.com. We'll be right back.